Hello, my name is Marie and I'm the Artistic Director of Omnibus Theatre. I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity to share our work with you. It's amazing. Omnibus is a registered charity which receives no guaranteed funding, founded in 2013 after a 7-year community-led campaign to save the old Clapham Library from becoming private flats. We programme a mix of classic tales reimagined, new writing, festivals and family shows. But equal to this programme is the work driven by the needs of our community and the history of our building as a civic space. So far, we've reached 27,000 people with free arts activities, from theatrical bike rides to free tickets to shows, school workshops and targeted programmes. In March, when our theatre closed, we had to adapt really quickly and launched a digital programme and took our participation work online. I strongly believe the arts bring people together. I've experienced it here in this theatre firsthand. I've seen it unite communities, I've seen it improve mental well-being, and most importantly, give a platform to those whose voices have previously been ignored. And that's why I'm here today to talk about 3 projects that support marginalised adults, elders, and young people. Clapham is an area that often gets overlooked due to its perception of affluence, but there are pockets of huge deprivation. In our borough, Lambeth, 1 in 3 children are growing up in poverty. In 2018, I was told about a young girl who was so upset because the school holidays were approaching and she was worried that she wouldn't have enough food to eat. This pandemic has heightened economic inequality in Lambeth. And all of our programmes are created in response to conversations just like this with our local community. And I've heard about horrific events of prejudice and alarming levels of social isolation. We live in a divided community and our programmes aim to breach that divide. Directly from these conversations, 3 free programmes grew to give voice to those who feel like their voices don't matter. So, how does it work? Roots is a holiday programme for under 11s on free school meals, which we've been running since 2018. Over a week, young people create a play entirely from their imaginations, which they perform here in our theatre to friends and family. They learn how theatre is made, build confidence, creativity and literacy skills, whilst also receiving a healthy breakfast and hot lunch. Kitchen Table is a story using food to bring together different groups of marginalised adults. Each week, participants receive inspired by their own memories of food that they loved. They learn different storytelling techniques. They make share and an understanding of. Story Circle is in partnership with Age UK, and elders take weekly creative workshops over Zoom. In writing, talking, and reading work, participants find newfound confidence alongside human connection. We work with social workers, food banks and local charities and schools to ensure we reach the most vulnerable members of our community. We're a small charity and inspired by the original purpose of this building as a civic space accessible to all, it was really important from the beginning that we had people on our doorstep. We're the only organisation offering regular free arts engagement in our area, and we're working with communities who have been disproportionately affected by the pandemic. Those on low incomes, older people and people from Black and Asian backgrounds. And we know that our community needs programmes such as these now more than ever. Even though we had to close in March, it was really important to us. We ensured that we continue to support 767 people in our community. Ben Ockery said, "Stories can conquer fear. They make the heart larger." If we get an inside view of someone else's story, we can learn, we can identify, we can feel compassion. We can feel less lonely in the world because there is somebody else out there that feels just like me. In response to a surge in demand for these programmes, we want to support more people. And your support would ensure we can commit to 39 weeks of activity in total across these 3 projects, reaching 80 isolated adults through Kitchen Table and Story Circle, and 140 children through Roots. We closely monitor all of our projects, gathering comments about their experience as well as numerical data. And people use a scale of 1 to 5 to self-reflect on how these programmes affect their sense of well-being. They measure things like self-esteem, confidence in their creativity, and feeling socially connected. 95% of people taking part have said that these projects have in some way improved their overall well-being. Audrey is a participant from Story Circle. She has leukemia and has been in isolation since March. She said, "It makes such a difference knowing people still care about you. When you're feeling lonely, you just want to see a face to bring you a smile." We've raised some funding and we'll keep going to raise our target, but to put it into context, these are the costs to deliver Roots, Kitchen Table, and Story Circle. Also, we have 2 laptops that we loan to our participants, but they're really old and slow. If anyone has any spare devices, laptops, iPads that they don't need anymore, we could really do with them. Your support would allow us to expand our creative participation programme, ensure that we can continue to offer a space for the most vulnerable in our community, so that their stories can be heard. Thank you from us all here at Omnibus Theatre.